Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel A Plus Construction ADU Builders. If you're thinking about building an ADU, whether it's for family, rental income, or other purposes, there's one thing most homeowners overlook: local and state regulations. Yep, I'm talking about distances, fire codes, utility operates, all that regulations that can sneak up on you and cost thousands if you're not careful. Today, we're breaking down the four most common regulatory mistakes homeowners run into when building an ADU, and how we at A Plus Construction help you avoid them. Let's get it started. Think you knew setbacks? Think again. You've probably heard that by state law, ADUs can be built just 4 feet from the rear and side property lines. Sounds simple, right? But what about the distance from the primary residence? That's where things get tricky. Your local building and fire departments have their own rules, and placing your ADU too close can trigger fire separation codes like CRC R302. One homeowner came to us after finding out their plans would require 1-hour fire-rated walls on both the main house and ADUs inside and out. A $24,000 increase in materials and labor. Quite a surprise, isn't it? And if you're thinking, well, okay, let's place it all the way in the back, try again. Because now you could trigger fire department access rules under CFC 503.2. Now you're required to build a fire apparatus access road rated for £75,000 and may need to add sprinklers.
We had a client in Roseville who thought building the ADU right next to their house would be a smart way to save space. But in the end, they would have to redo the entire back wall, add special fire-rated drywall, and even replace the windows, just to satisfy the city. Our team reworked the layout to meet code without requiring those expensive upgrades. We adjusted the placement slightly, used smart design choices, and avoided that whole $25,000 mistake. That's the kind of difference experience and knowledge makes. We know that a site plan is more than just lines on a map and how to draw them right the first time, to protect your wallet.
Are your pipes ready for an ADU? Let's talk about plumbing. Most homes were built with one household in mind, but when you add an ADU, your city may require fixture unit calculations, larger water meters, or in some cases an upsized sewer lateral. We've seen cities like Elk Grove and Roseville deny plans unless you commit to pay for full utility upgrades. If your system doesn't pass, you're on the hook for digging trenches, repiping, or even tearing up a portion of the street, easily $8,000 to $20,000 or more. And that's before you even deal with the extra red tape and permit delays.
At A+, we get ahead of the issue. Our in-house team runs the numbers before anything goes to the city. We review your fixture counts, check water pressure, and even coordinate directly with Public Works. If it's too tight, we adjust the layout to avoid triggering major upgrades. That's the kind of planning most contractors just don't do. As a result, you stay compliant and avoid thousands in unnecessary utility work.
And plumbing isn't the only thing that can catch you off guard. Electricity is just as critical. When electricity becomes a problem, most homes were built to power 2 fully living units. They run on a 100 and 125 amp panel, just enough to power a typical household. So if you're adding an ADU with a full kitchen, laundry, and HVAC, your panel might not be up to the task, and suddenly you're over the limit. That's when PG&E or SMUD could hit you with upgrade requirements that run well into 5 or even 6 figures. They may require you to upgrade to 200 amp or 400 amp panel, pay for new underground service, relocate, or split meters.
We had a client in Vacaville who was told they'd need to trench through the street and install a new transformer. PG&E gave them a 6-figure estimate. Instead of giving up, they called us. At A Plus Construction ADU, we reviewed the load calc, redesigned the ADU for energy efficiency, reduced circuit load by switching to gas appliances, and optimized the panel configuration. No panel upgrade needed. No trenching. Saved them over $100,000. We don't just follow rules, we build smarter around them.
Now that we've covered the utility side, let's talk about something that surprises a lot of people: square footage. Size matters. Getting the most out of every square foot, you might think, if I have the space, why not building big? But with ADUs, a few extra feet can mean a lot more than just extra room. It can trigger added reviews, costly impact fees, or even require additional solar or energy upgrades, all of which add thousands to your bottom line. In Sacramento County and cities like Elk Grove or Citrus Heights, school district fees kick in when your detached ADU crosses the 750 square feet mark. Go bigger, and you could be paying $4,000 to $7,000 more just by crossing a line most people don't even know exists. But school fees aren't the only surprise. Depending on your city and ADU size, you may also be hit with a local development or infrastructure impact fees, which can exceed school fees by far. In some cases, these can reach $10,000 to $15,000 plus just for going beyond its size threshold. It varies by jurisdiction, but the cutoff is often 750 square feet, so you have to be strategic. And then there's energy. Once your ADU gets bigger than 430 or 650 square feet, depending on where you live, you're likely to have to start solar panels to meet California's energy regulations. That's thousands of dollars in extra work, and it can slow down your project and cost you way more than expected. These requirements aren't always spelled out clearly during the early planning stage, and unfortunately, many contractors don't bring them up until it's too late. At A+ Construction ADU Builders, we know where the magic numbers are, and we help you hit them just right. No wasted square footage, no surprise fees. We know where the code creates cost savings and how to get the most value cut off every square foot. With A+ Construction, you don't just get a contractor. You get a full team of permit experts, engineers, and designers who know how to make sure you're following the rules from day one. So if you're thinking about an ADU, make sure you have the right team by your side. Contact us, book a free consultation, and let's build something smart, legal, and ready for anything.